Penance, the austerities. Paryushan means everybody's doing something. Okay. Ekashno, Upas, Amel, no, Atthai, Attham. Something is going on in everybody's life. And do we really understand what Jain penance or austerities meant? And are we really following properly these penance things? And what I wanted to explain you the basics of it. And then you realize you have to analyze your own situation. But ultimate result, is it the proper things what we have done, or it is just we have done because we think it is our obligation to do something in Paryushan time or the Lakshana time, and we did it and we satisfy ourselves that we are a true Jain people. No, we did Samvatsari Pratikraman, we did some tapascharya, and we think, no, we have done whatever is required from us by Mahavira. We accomplish that and we satisfy ourselves. Okay, so we, instead of wasting any other time, let me start the presentation. It is not that long presentation, but here is the fundamental definition of tap in Jainism. The tap does not mean no, you do fasting or you do no other things. Whatever the taps, no, what we have been doing, no, 6 external taps and 6 internal taps and all this one. But here is the one line definition of the tap. This is what we call tap. It's all individual. But the definition is Ichha Nirodha Tapa. Absence of our desire. Once you understand this definition properly, that is the end result of any tap what you are doing. If you are doing upvas, at the end of the completion of the upvas, do you have less desire for the food? Ichha nirodha, absence of your desire. We all want our desire, good food and good enjoyment. Enjoyment, of the sightseeing things, maybe enjoyment of, take a good vacations. All right. Or go and see movie, listen music. All these things, what we are doing, if we do not have, that doesn't mean you don't do. Look at the definition is very good. Ichha nirod means you don't have a desireness. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Okay. Because that's where the stresses occur within you. And some things you can accomplish, some things you don't accomplish it. But if you can live your life, desireless life, means whatever comes, that was your desire. Just whatever comes in front of you, okay, that is my desire. And you enjoy whatever comes, in front of you. Instead of, you're saying, oh, if I would have got these things, that will make happy. Or if you have done these things, that will make happy. It is the desireless, fully aware life. Absence of desire, of pleasure of 5 senses. You have to keep that thing in mind. 5 senses pleasure is one thing. The pleasure of your soul it's a totally different things. The absence of desire of pleasure of five senses, because to please our five senses and body, mind, and speech desire activities. Whatever you do, body activity, speech activity, do you have a goal? Do you have these things? And you're trying to put so much effort to accomplish that. Now, whenever you try to accomplish something, there are many other factors also involved besides your purusharth or determination. Now, sometimes you try all your best, but other factors were not in favor with you. And those other factors is you may have experienced. You're looking for a job. Okay? If you're looking for a job, you are ready for interview, you go into interview. Somehow the interview person asks such a difficult question, even though you prepared everything, but you could not able to answer that one properly. It doesn't happen to everybody. Some people gets the kind of a lucky, and the interviewers or whoever is the one doing it, no, it was kind of a very smooth going and people accomplish it. Okay. So you can see whatever you tried your best, your purusharth is the only thing in your hand. But to accomplish the things, there are five samvai. Okay. And in that five samvai, all other factor has to be in the favor with you. Then you can accomplish this one. So you try your best, then leave the result up to somebody. Whatever leave the nature, leave the result on the nature, on a God, or whatever you use it. But it is not in your hand. The time has to be there. All other circumstances has to be there. All these situation that can occur, and that's why the Jain definition, what Mahavira put it in the one of the scripture, I think it is Abhidradhyan Sutra. Ichha nirodhi is the top. Absence of desire. That doesn't mean you will be like, you don't have a cheerfulness in your life. You are cheerful. Whatever situation happens to you, you just accept it cheerfully. That's it. It is not like that. That's the definition of tap. When you reach to highest level, if you don't have any desire, and yet you are fully aware about the situation every moment, no depression in you, nothing like that. If you can spiritually accomplish that life, then it is the Kevadani life. And you will, more you think about it, you will realize, okay, most of the time we spend our time, the lifetime, is the pleasure of five senses. Okay, we wanted to hear good music. We wanted to go for vacation like we talk about it, okay, or other things. All right. You just go and have a nice company. Teach, go to spirituality, what we consider it. All right, go to the temple, go to the all other places. Or there is another things, the body, mind, and speech activities. Now, body, mind, and speech activities, and particularly the mind activities. Our mind is always active. Even if you sit quietly someplace, the mind is always active, jumping from one thought to another thought to the third thought, whatever it is. Okay. Can you make your mind under your control. If you think something, I don't want to think, that will be the first thing you will be thinking. So there is a story. This one is the one why I'm going to tell you that story. It's a story from Hindu literature, and it's a Lord Shiva story. One guy was praying Lord Shiva day, every day, afternoon, evening, all day. Just he's praying the Shiva. Shiva realizes, okay, this person, why he is praying for me? Because he wants some boons, and that is the reason he just after me praying all this one. So the Shiva appears and tell the guy, why are you after me? What do you need? Okay, well, I need some boons. Whatever I desire, that thing should happen. This is the reason you have a power to grant me this power. And Shiva says, okay, if I grant the boon, then would you stop praying me myself? He says, well, then I don't need you because I got this power. All right, there is a one condition I have to give you. Okay, when you sit down at quiet place for 1 minute, after that you think, and that will happen. Whatever you think, that will happen. That you will be the boons I will grant you. But the condition is during that quiet period, the 1 minute, you don't think of monkeys. The man said, what are you talking about? I never think of monkeys. And Shiva says, that's whatever you think. After that 1 minute, it will happen. But make sure you don't think of monkey. So Shiva says, Tathastu, he's gone. The next morning, man just takes the shower, sit down quietly for 1 minute, and anything you can think, but not monkeys. The monkeys are all over the place in his mind. More you try to stop it, he's tried to stop it. He's been there first. He could not even spend 1 second without thinking of monkeys during that time period. And that quiet period never occurred. After a week or so, he got so frustrated. And more you think about, I'm not going to think about these things. It is not in your hand. All right. He calls Shiva again. Says, if you would not have told me not to think about monkeys, I would never think of monkeys. Why did you tell me if this is the condition you had? And man, Shiva says, well, this was the boon's condition. Before I grant all your wishes, okay, you got to control your mind first. And this is our mind. What is the function of the tap, Jain tap? What are you going to accomplish in this tap? The end result is controlling your mind. If you can control your mind, now means all the thought process that occurs in our mind, can you quieting down that thought process? If you quiet your mind, then what is left? If there are no thoughts occur in the mind, what would be left things? What happens to the mind then? I told you, I think once before, that what is the definition of mind? And I'm talking about not a physical mind. I'm talking about the Bhavaman, reflective mind. The reflective mind is rate of flow of thought. It is rate of flow. That's the key things you have to mind. All our reflective mind, whatever we are thinking nothing but the rate of flow of thought, one thought to another thought to the third thought, continuously thinking. That is the function of mind. And if the rate of flow of thoughts is zero, if you think of only one thing and nothing else under your control, what happened to the mind? The Bhavaman disappears. Bhavaman only exists, it is the rate of flow of thought. If Bhavaman disappears, what is left? Only awareness. In your mind becomes fully aware about the present moment. So when you think always of the past things, what happened to you think about that, or future. But we never live in present. We never enjoy the present moment. And Bhagwan Mahavir, he took the Diksha at the age of 30. He renounced the world at the age of 30. And at the age of 42 and a half, after 12 and a half years, he attained Keval Jnana. What did he do in these 12 and a half years? Such a long period. He never delivered a single sermon. He never did anything. He went in jungle, outskirt of the village, day in and day out. What he tried, he did dhyan or meditation in a different posture even. Okay. We know the Bhagwan Mahavir attained Keval Jnana and a Go-Dohan position. It's a very difficult position which people who practice that Go-Dohan can stand maybe hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, but you cannot sit in that position for a long time period. But Bhagwan Mahavir did whatever the posture, yoga posture he was in that posture, it was not like for 1 hour or 2 hours. Days after days after days. Bhagwan Mahavir spending that much time to conquer his mind. And conquering the mind means now the mind will think whatever you want to think. Instead of, no, we give in to the mind. So that is the top definition. The absence of our desire. No thoughts, nothing, absence of everything. But that doesn't mean we are kind of a depressed, personality. No. When you try to do, you have a fully awareness or fully aware mind. Awareness is there totally, every moment to moment, but there is no thought in that awareness. That is the state of our mind, and that is the reason it's a very, very difficult. Can we accomplish anything like that? This is the just, I'm giving you the fundamental definition. After doing tap, can you improve your mind wandering around from one place to another place? Do you see any improvement in it? Okay, that is the intent of tap. Now we will go each tap and what we can analyze each tap, and now what we can do to improve that situation. All right, so this is the kind of a very difficult subject to explain, because ultimately what we are going to do is, I am saying it no, you think about thoughtless process. That's what I'm trying to say it, okay? And when you say you think about, the whole things are gone. Can you live without thinking, but fully aware of the present moment? That's why Keval has a mind, it's called Amani Dasha. That means he is only in presence, just lives on the presence, deliver the things, everything, he remains in the present state of mind. All right. So let's go to the next chart.